Megamind, directed by the Tom McGrath, is a subversive experience that allows the viewer to question why people are given titles such as villain and hero, and what these terms really mean, as they watch Megamind suffer the difficulties of reaching success by surpassing the injustices of class inequality that exist in both his world and ours. Through the character Roxanne Ritchie, the film also illustrates how relinquishing the roles that women are pressured under societal expectations to fulfill leads to difficulties such as power imbalance, workplace assault, etc. The beginning of Megamind is intentionally ambiguous, portraying Megamind's parents as possibly good people and definitely loving. The placement of Megamind in a symbolic lower class made him predisposed to systematic and social disadvantage, just like Metro Man's placement in a literal upper-class mansion with a family and everything would put him on his path to success and privilege. Yet, it's these paths that turn Metro Man into an entitled narcissist who fails to contribute to society in meaningful ways, and Megamind into someone with genuine feelings and deep-rooted desires and a drive to do anything to be happy and live like the socially acceptable and symbolically upper-class Metro Man. His intentions becoming clear once he realizes the position he's been placed in doesn't reflect who he is. Metro Man's superhero title is rooted in privilege, as someone who looks out for his own best interest and has never intended to look out for the best interest of the Metro City citizens, yet still acts as their savior. I think it's fair to say that Metro Man, being the difference between life and death for the townspeople, symbolizes both the single power elite that governs America according to the interest of the bourgeoisie, the upper class, as well as the products of American capitalism born into the upper class, who perpetuate this power imbalance in ways Metro Man does, a rich, powerful man who manipulates the middle and working class into praising him his privilege and the imbalance of power he holds over them, while their real intent, or a simple disregard of those beneath them, is camouflaged by something such as a desire to use their superpowers to serve and protect Metro City because
I love you, random citizen!
While Roxanne Ritchie's character is derivative of mainstream superhero films, and she does initially admire Metro Man for his contributions to Metrocity, claiming that his heart is as big as an ocean inside another ocean, she's not only aware of her painfully gendered role as helpless love interest in need of saving, but actively resents it and the tedious cycle of Megamind kidnapping her, Metro Man saving her, and the romantic narrative society attaches to her and Metro Man.
Let's stop wasting time and call your boyfriend in tights.
Roxanne takes the role of distressed damsel in love with beloved superhero that's shoved into the gullet of every superhero or knight in shining armor or brave hot vampire movie ever. And she simply says no. Instead, she kinda also is depicted as a hero, and with her ultra super reporting skills, she figures out Megamind's plan to make a new superhero, and his hideout later, and even later independently uncovers the supposed to be dead but is actually just a crybaby loser who got bored of everyone's attention and adoration and juggling babies or walking on water for applause, so now doesn't care if people die. Metro Man. So Roxanne goes around discovering all these things and finding clues, while Megamind briefly takes on a dim-witted sidekick role, especially after Roxanne yells at him in the rain for making her think he was a hot librarian or something instead of a Megamind, and they both turn around and definitely don't look back. Even the big final fight scene begins with a brave Roxanne facing Titan. Hal, the cameraman for Roxanne Ritchie,
watching you like a dingo watches a human baby.
Megamind just injected him with superhero stuff, and he became a superhero, and he tried to train him as a space dad, not really as Megamind. He changed what he looked like, just like when he changed what he looked like to be Bernard earlier, which is the hot librarian, who actually helped Roxanne figure out all of Megamind's secrets, but he wasn't showing her that he was Megamind. So he was also kind of trying to make her not figure it out, but she didn't know that because she thought that he was a hot librarian, and he's actually Megamind, but like to her he's not. And so Hal continuously harasses Roxanne Ritchie to go on a date with him and go to his house where they'll have a party with a bouncy house and a wedding photographer and this whole party, and then she says she doesn't want to be around people, and then he says it's okay, it'll just be us. And so when he becomes Titan, the superhero, of course he doesn't actually become an actual superhero. He ends up a very angry incel. Megamind highlights gender and class stratification by demonstrating how American perceptions of right and wrong are controlled by the elite.